Gonna react to this game collecting in 2025. Now, why am I doing it in the most awkward way imaginable? It's because I'm actually like sick, and I don't want to get up from my bed. So let's watch this. We gotta learn what's the hobby like. How do you collect in 2025? Let's see. Oh my god, dude, this is scuffed.
Welcome back to Retro Rebound. In today's
Retro
video,
Rebound,
we got a
alright.
special one for you. When
Okay.
we first launched Retro Rebound, we did an Everything You Need to Know video on video game collecting
Yeah.
in 2022. Well, here we are now in 2025, and I haven't really updated that guide in a while, but I want to now.
more.
The hobby's growing a lot. A lot of people are veering off of modern gaming for the various design decisions.
Yeah, it's because modern games fucking suck. They're either just remakes of old games, but like added like 40 gigabytes, or they're actual fucking dog shit. There's been very few modern games I've actually been excited for. Like, the only modern game I'm excited for is fucking GTA 6. Before that, it was Pikmin 4. Like, there's no fucking good modern games anymore.
LA Gaming's at, and then looking back to the past to reconnect with the hobby.
Yep.
Either that,
Going back
or
to
you
the
come
past
into
to
some
play these
excess money
shitty games and
you
suck
want to
ass.
regain what you had lost, which is where I was in that position back in 2020. I was like, I sold everything I love, whatever it may be. First
Yeah.
off, welcome to the hobby. And if you're already in the hobby, then hey, I'm here to try to help you out as best I can.
Yeah, I'm curious.
The number one rule
I
for
got
me when it comes to
a fair
collecting
game collection.
is keep it cozy. I'm not a big believer in turning it into a business model of buying, flipping, selling, filming myself at garage sales, and trying to.
I've actually thought about like doing video game flipping, and I've definitely done it before. Kinda like it's not that hard. You just buy like big lots of games, and then you just fucking sell the ones you don't want. That's what I did. I think I've told this story in one of the what I picked up videos from the Call Me FDA, what I picked up series. One of the things that I bought was a giant lot of video games, and I got rid of like fucking like damn near every game that was there. I only kept like a handful. Like, I got rid of BioShock from there. I tried to get rid of Glee, Karaoke Revolution, and Sing It, whatever the fuck the other game was. And, like, the fucking store that I gave it to wouldn't take them. Nor would they take Super Scribblenauts, that my personal copy, so I just ended up giving that to my friend. But, like, I got rid of a lot of the games out of that. I kept some of them. I kept Guitar Hero 2, Just Dance 3 on the Wii. Trying to think of more that I kept. I'm looking through the little fucking peep hole. I don't really know what else. Oh, the fucking Angry Bird Star Wars game. Yeah, I kept that one too. But yeah, I kept a lot of games from that lot. Oh, and the Windows Vista thing and the PS3 thing. That's what I wanted the most out of that a lot, was the PlayStation 3 Blu-ray thing and the fucking Windows Vista, like, upgrade your copy shit. But like every other game from that lot, I sold. Or I just gave them away to like my cousin. Alright, let's continue.
Biggest deals while I'm in the middle of people's homes. That's not how I fly. I'm not trying to talk down on anyone, but that's my number one motto with all of this stuff. So all of my advice is going to come from that angle on how you can get your setup and things going nice and easy and keeping yourself in love with the gaming. So with all that understood, a few before we begin tips. Number one, know your storage space. You see behind me, I have some rotating shelves.
Oh.
I got these off of...
How I know. I have no fucking shelf space. If I get, like, 3 more Xbox 360 games, I won't be able to fit anymore. Yeah. Like, I'm very aware, if you could see over there. Just the DVDs alone, like, they're fucking... Like, I've talked about it. I've talked about it before. Like, I think one of the room tours, I talked about how that DVD collection was, like, on the other side of the fucking room. Now, I can have it there because I got a fucking big-ass shelf for my consoles. But that's still out of order, because A through F starts over there. And right next to me is like the second half, and then like from here you go all the way over there. Yeah, no, like I do not have enough shelf space. I just want fucking shelves, man. Like every time someone throws away a shelf, I'm fucking taking it. That's what I did with that fucking green piece of shit that's like falling apart, and didn't even have like the base. I had to improvise. But yeah, like no, I'm very fucking aware. You want to get into collecting DVDs and video games and shit? No joke, buy like fucking 20 shelves. And that still won't be enough. Yeah. Like, I don't even have a place for my VHS tapes. But then again, I don't really give two fucks about them. The only one I care about is fucking Nutty Professor and SpongeBob.
Depot, they're espresso rotating media shelves. You can look them up.
I don't like. I want to have them all in like a shot. So I don't fuck with rotating things.
I showed in my full game collection video.
Yeah, I don't fuck with those.
My collection. I really recommend this as you grow out your collection across various consoles. It's just very easy when a friend's over, you want to show them a game.
Yeah, alphabetize.
Just go and find it and pick it up. I've seen various.
Why the fuck is your Japanese games with your English games?
They have consoles and games.
Here's how you should do it. All right, this is how I personally would do it, and I think how a lot of other people do it too. You start with the English collection and do that alphabetized, and then other regions will be at the end of that collection. Like my PlayStation 3 collection, my last English game is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, and then it goes into Europe for Burnout Paradise, which is a B game, which should be next to the Bs, but no, since it's a PAL game, that goes at the end of the fucking collection. That's personally how I would do it, and I think that's like the best way to do it. Like, it should be like US, PAL, and then Japanese, and then whatever the fuck. So like you do the US games first in alphabetized, and then you do fucking. Why is my leg like that? Hold on, let me pull down my fucking pants. And then you do PAL, because PAL is pretty close to US. And then you do Japanese, because, you know, other fucking language. Yeah. Like, that's personally how I would do it. I don't like having them in the same fucking collection. You could also do the same thing with, like, slip covers, like collector's editions, shit like that. But I usually just group them in with the normal shit. But like if it's like a PAL or Japanese game, I'd put those at the end of the collection just to make it a lot more smooth. So like when you pull a game off the shelf, you're not like, oh whoops, that's the fucking PAL region version, you know? Like if you have two of the same game but like they're a different region. Luigi's Mansion is a really good example. Luigi's Mansion is a perfect example. Because the PAL region is actually, like, a different fucking version of Luigi's Mansion. So, like, if you have, like, a US and a PAL region copy of Luigi's Mansion, put the fucking... That's what I did with my GameCube games. Like, I have the Japanese games, like, at the end of the collection. That's what I did with Burnout Paradise on PS3. Like, that... It just makes it look better. And doesn't do that, which looks fucking nasty. I don't care if that's technically what it is in English either. It just don't seem right to me.
Different shelves. These are the best things I think you can pick up. So definitely get yourself some standing, rotating media.
Yes, Creature of the Krusty Krab, but not the fucking movie game.
I also recommend prioritizing modern collections where you can, when it makes sense. Let your heart do some of the talking. Here's a good example for me. I have all of the Mega Man Battle Network games right here on Game Boy Advance, and then I have the first Battle Network here in this acrylic case. We'll talk about that in a moment. But then I also have Battle Network on the PS4. And the reality is that this collection has all the games I just picked up, and it's all just on one little shelf slot, right?
Yeah, no, that's
a lot of space. But the thing I
fucking love those things. That's why I have like a billion fucking versions of Pac-Man, by the way. I'm not joking. That's no joke. The reason why I have like a billion fucking versions of Pac-Man. Because like those collections are genuinely awesome. Like fucking I'm trying to think of one that I have. Fuck. I can't use Mass Effect Trilogy as an example because I have 3 separate fucking cases for that goddamn game. I could use the PlayStation 3 version as an example. Like, if you were to buy all the Mass Effect games, like, that would be 3 cases worth. But if you get that trilogy box set, it's like 1.5. Like, it's like, it saves a lot of shelf space. Like, game collections too. Like, if you can, try to pick up Namco museums. Try to pick up some Namco museums if you want your Pac-Mans and shit. Fuck, I don't really know. I don't really have any, like, collections. I like to have, like, the most I can get. So, like, I'll have, like, if I can, I'll try to get, like, a big box copy of something. Yeah, and I'll buy, like, duplicates of games, but, like, they're on, like, different systems or whatever the fuck. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that yet. Try to go for collections, especially if they're like older games ported to newer consoles, and then like that's genuinely like a good fucking collection. Like Atari 50th, which is a 50th anniversary of Atari, but it's also like a giant game collection of Atari's history. That is an awesome fucking collection, and I genuinely recommend it. I also have the Walking Dead collection on Xbox One. That's also a really good collection if you just want to play like the Walking Dead games. I know they have a definitive edition that has like the final season on it, but like the normal Walking Dead collection, that's a pretty good one, and it gives you 4,000 gamer score as well if you care about that. Crash Insane trilogy is not too bad. I wouldn't recommend 100%ing it, but just if you want to play the Crash Bandicoot games, it's decent enough. But yeah, like Walking Dead collection, Crash Bandicoot, all that, genuinely good collections. And I'd honestly recommend them if you want to save shelf space instead of buying like, oh, the 3 Crash Bandicoot games. Oh, buying like 5 different Walking Dead games when you could just buy one for like $15.
Had trouble with when it comes to letting go of these games is this is where I started regathering my collection. I got all of the Battle Network games. I was just grinding eBay, trying to find the missing pieces to my collection. Like I had the cartridge for one, but I needed to find the manual for Battle Network 3. That was really tough for me. So I just recommend consolidate where it makes sense, but let your heart do the talking there. For me, I'm just leaning towards keeping them all because I adore this series so much. But if you want to save space, if you live in, say, an apartment or whatever, and you're trying to just keep things nice and tidy, collections are a great place to go, especially if it's Capcom.
Yeah.
They have amazing collections. Same thing goes for hardware. Hey, the original DS plays Game Boy Advance games. It also plays DS games. Granted, you lose it.
So if you want the ultimate console setup, for NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis, get a fucking Retron console. So you don't have to deal with all that bullshit. Like, just get, like, one of those fucking third-party that plays NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis. Retron, I think, was the best one. I don't know. I'm a little outdated when it comes to that shit. Let's see. PlayStation, try your best to find an old model PlayStation 3, because that could play PS1 and 2 games. But if you can't, because it's, like, fucking $800 or some shit, just get a PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. Get a PS5 if you possibly can, because PS5 can play PS4 games. Xbox is a little confusing. Get a 360 and a Series X. 360 can play damn near half the original Xbox library, and Series X can play every Xbox One game except for Kinect titles, but let's be for real, who the fuck's playing Xbox One Kinect games? You're more likely to play 360 Kinect. PlayStation, I already did PlayStation, but get a 2, 3, and a 5. Or if you find an old Model 3, just get a 3 and a 5. Let's see. Nintendo fucking sucks when it comes to this shit. I'm not joking. Nintendo's like one of the fucking worst. DS is definitely a good recommendation. But personally, I wouldn't go for a DS. I would go with a GameCube with the Game Boy Player, because the GameCube with Game Boy Player can also play original Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. So you want to go for that. So for Nintendo, you want an NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. There's no way of avoiding those. GameCube, So you have access to GameCube, Game Boy Advanced, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color. Wii U, so you have access to Wii and Wii U. And fucking Switch 2, since you have access to Switch 1 and 2. Yeah, Nintendo is kind of a pain in the ass to do. There's also, like, the portables and shit, but, like, a lot of it's covered by the GameCube. But you have 3DS. So, like, get a 3DS if you want to play DS games. But, like... Or new 3DS. So you have DS, 3DS, and new 3DS. Yeah, like... Atari fucking sucks. Don't try to collect for Atari. Sega fucking sucks. Don't try to collect for Sega. Because there's, like... Both those consoles, like, you can get a 7800 and play Atari 2600 games on it. But you still need a 5200 to Link's a Jaguar and a Jaguar CD. So there's no fucking way of skipping that. Sega, there's no skipping Saturn or Dreamcast. Or Game Gear. There's no skipping those. You could probably get one of those, like, fucking 16-in-1 consoles. That, like, does, like, fucking 15 different, like, consoles. Like, Wonder Swan, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear Links, like, you get one of those fucking things. Or, I don't know, just emulate all these fucking games, because they're so old you can play them in browsers. Like, we're at the point where we can play Nintendo 64 games in browsers.
Out, like, on the Game Boy Advance, which plays things like Game Boy Color games, Game Boy games...
Again, I would recommend the Game Boy Player for GameCube.
Keep track of where most of the great games live.
And with the Game Boy Player for GameCube, you also can play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance on a TV. So you don't have to worry about, like, batteries or plugging shit in.
Or you can do the new 3DS, which plays all of the DS games up until the new 3DS. So you have that whole library there on one small handheld device. Backwards compatible PS3s are expensive, but they are out there. They do exist.
Yeah,
you can
same shit that I just said.
Before Sony inevitably tears down the PSN and get a bunch.
The PlayStation Vita is kind of a little complicated for PSP. Personally, I would just recommend getting a PSP and a PS Vita, because, like, I feel like the Vita, I don't know about using the Vita as like for, like, PSP shit. I just don't really... I never had experience with it, so I really don't fucking know. But personally, I would just get a fucking PSP, because PSP is fucking awesome. But, like, a lot of PSP games are on PS Vita, or you can just hack the Vita to play PSP games. Yeah.
Your PS.
Oh, and PlayStation 1, but I mean, who the fuck... I mean, are you really gonna play fucking Crash Bandicoot or Gex on the go?
One and PSP classics,
you can already do that with the Switch.
Onto your system. There's a lot of ways to consolidate by just having those types of bits of hardware there and not bloating your collection, maybe like I arguably have. I also recommend, before we go any further, get the GameEye app. It's not a sponsorship. I've shouted them out many times before. GameEye has a great app that lets you scan your entire collection. For me,
my uncle has that app.
I have over 800 video games. That's a lot. And it's funny because when I'm at, like, shops or cons,
I might play with that someday.
I can't remember all these games. Dude, I have over 800 games. I almost have 1,000 games. Of course I'm not going to remember everything I have, and I don't expect anyone to. So scan them. There's a search bar on the top. When you're at a store, you pick up a game, you go, oh, I want this, or, oh, this seems like a good deal. You can literally search it on your phone and know if you have it. I
know what games I have, because I'm super fucking picky when it comes to games. So, like, I will know what fucking game I have. There's not going to be a day where I'm like, oh, do I have fucking Angry Birds Trilogy, or do I have Borderlands 2? Or BioShock 2, or fucking, do I have Resident Evil 6? Like, I'm super fucking picky when it comes to games. Like, there's not going to be a day where I'm like that. Because a lot of games that I have do come from my childhood. Or they're games that I've desperately wanted to play for a very long time. So, like, I don't think there'll ever be a time... Like, once I get more serious into collecting, though, and I start just, like, buying random fucking bullshit, because I'll, like, have the shelf space for it someday. Like, once I get to start, like, buying random bullshit... Because what I want... My ultimate game room, I want something like what the fucking Nerd has. That Angry Video Game Nerd. I just want to, like, look behind me one day and see this giant fucking lineup of games. 90% of it's going to be fucking 360 games or Xbox games. But, like, I want, like, kind of a game store vibe. Like, I want a store vibe. That's what I keep trying to do, but, like, I do not fucking have the space for it. Like, I need smaller fucking shelves if I want to do that type of shit. And, like, I need to get rid of half the shit that's in my room if I want to do that. But, like, I want my room to look like a game store. And I want, like, there to be a specific section of it that looks like the fucking nerds, like, NES room. Yeah. Like, literally, I just want to, like, look behind me and just see all these fucking games. Or, like, look next to me and be like, yeah, I could play any of these, and I'm just gonna sit here and watch fucking YouTube. Yeah.
Upkeep you have to do is when you buy new games, scan them in, remove whatever you trade in, sell, get rid of, whatever it may be, and you're good to go. And your collection will always be perfect. Because I think the number one enemy I've seen with a lot of collectors is really organization. Like, that is the number one thing. It's why it becomes overwhelming for people, and I get it. Like, sitting right next to me is this haul that I shouted out.
Organization. I have a fucking iPhone box with my random games up there. I have a fucking iPhone box up there because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. I was like, fuck it, I'll put my iPhone box with my fucking copy of Backyardigans for the V-Baby and fucking Gex for 3DO.
From my brother-in-law, like, it's still sitting here because the one problem with how I do things.
You're lazy.
Okay, Maddie, you want to alphabetize things, so every time I go to slot something on the shelf, it's a project. I literally have to reorganize.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very
shelf.
aware. What you want to do is leave like a little bit of shelf space so you could just slide shit in, and you don't have to move everything down. And when it gets to the point where that shelf is full and you need to move stuff down, you can just do it real fast. You just move like 2 cases down. Like, I learned that from the nerd.
Move everything down and keep it in order, but it saves you so much time. So my way isn't perfect. It isn't bulletproof. It takes a little bit of extra time, but I think it's worth it. Okay, so those are kind of your building blocks. That's, to me, how you get started organizationally speaking. Now you have to make sure that your classic consoles are supported in your modern gaming setup. So there's a few ways you can do this. For example, Eon has a great HDMI adapter. This is for the Nintendo 64 specifically.
I don't
also did
do
one
none of
for
that
Xbox,
shit.
But these are also very
I have a really fucking cheap one and it works good enough.
expensive. They're great, but very expensive. You do have more third-party options.
I literally just got around to fucking with the fucking coaxial cable to my Atari because it wasn't plugged in all the way. Like, that was fun. That was fun to figure fucking out why it was practically just static with a little bit of Pac-Man. Yeah, I had to figure out why the fuck my Atari wasn't coming in clear. But no, it's just like something wasn't plugged in all the way. Like, it... Yeah, like... Fucking with old consoles fucking sucks, man. It genuinely does.
I love this one from Old School. They're a great little side brand. I've never had issues with their things. The only problem is...
I've had issues with their things, by the way. DK Oldies fucks with Old School. My fucking Sega Genesis power cable. Oh, I can buy one. I have money for that. I can buy a new power cable for my Sega Genesis. Nah, I'll do that some other day.
Something like this
Probably
is
ask my uncle
self-powered,
for one
and
or
that's
some
great.
shit.
Something like this requires a little bit of a USB. That's to get plugged into something else. So you have to find
That's
a power source nearby.
what the fuck I
or this
have.
as well.
That's the
Otherwise,
exact same
once you
shit
have
that I
hooked up,
have. It's just fucking white. Mine's black. Mine's black. It's the same shit that I have. What'd you pay fucking 30 for that? I paid 20.
I use this for my GameCube. I've used this for my PS2. I have used this for many things. It's
If you're wondering why I got what is pretty much one of those, I got one of those just so I didn't have to fuck with that shitty ass AV cable bullshit that I have. Cause I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. It's so picky. Like, it's like, oh, sorry, the yellow cable's acting a little funky today. And then I plugged it into that fucking HDMI thing and I'm like, hey, look, it works perfectly. I don't have to fuck with it. Yeah. The Atari is kind of an asshole to something like that, though. Like, the Atari 2600 is... the fucking VCR is just a fucking asshole to those things. Like, the VCR just fucking hates them, man. It's weird. It's weird using a VCR with one of those things. It's so fucking picky.
Great. So this is a good way to make sure that your modern gaming setup is supporting your classic games. Also, a lot of people ask about the retro remount setup. Maddie, how do you get these HD games showing up on a CRT? Sometimes that's just a fun way to play it, but there's also HD consoles like the Xbox 360 or the PS3. Maybe you don't have the composite cables for them. You only have the HDMI. All you have to do is go online and buy an HDMI to AV converter, and you'll be good to go. That's what I use there.
It's called have two TVs. Or it's called just use fucking flat screen for old games. Because it doesn't matter, the picture quality looks the fucking same. It's just one doesn't have scan lines.
USB power thing, similar to the old school adapter here that you'll have to plug it in. Most times I just plug that into the console itself, and it's good to go. You'll literally see in almost all of our videos, there's a little USB plug hanging out of the console. That's the retro remount secret. Like I said, no secrets here. I want you all to enjoy retro gaming as much as you can. Okay, I know this is what most of you tuned in for, and I'm sorry we had to have such a long wait until it, but let's talk about game buying. Just a little bit of ethical guidance, if you will. Don't get too deal hungry. Don't try to emulate your favorite YouTubers online. Again, I don't mean this as disrespect to those who go to garage sales, do a lot of game hunting, film their deals, that sort of thing. I enjoy that type of content. It's great and all, but what happens is retro gaming has become a lot of wheel and dealing. It's a lot of everyone's deal hungry, and now when I go to conventions, these shops are selling things for ridiculous prices because they're trying to...
GameStop. Yeah, no, I've tried to do like record myself going to a thrift store and seeing what I can find. I've tried to do that. I get too fucking embarrassed. I don't like having my phone out on the camera app looking at shit. Like, I just can't fucking do it. I get too fucking nervous. I get embarrassed. I feel like a fucking creep. I don't like doing that shit. I can't fucking do it. What I want to do is buy those glasses. Like, buy a special pair of glasses that come with fucking a camera built in. And use that. So I don't fucking feel embarrassed holding my phone out. And I'll have access to both my hands for opening, like, cases and stuff to check if the disc is there. But yeah, like, someday I hope I can just buy fucking camera glasses with camera on them, and just fucking record with that instead of needing to hold my phone out. I don't like doing that. I feel fucking weird. I'm too nervous to do shit like that. I don't like really filming in public all that much unless I'm with someone.
Set the new tone on prices. What you'll notice is when games go viral,
Get the fuck out of here.
Some sort of attraction, or honestly, if a storefront just feels like moving up the price, what happens is retro gaming...
Oh, that reminds me. I was trying to find, like, a fucking eBay listing of, like, SpongeBob movie that I took a picture of. I can't find it. I think it's on my Instagram. It used to be on my Instagram. I know it was definitely fucking on there. I don't know why it's not in my photos. But I was trying to find that fucking eBay listing. I couldn't. But I found an old picture of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse when it went up in price. That fucking game was at $90. Family Guy Back to the Multiverse on 360 was $90 fucking dollars at one point. I think now it's settled at $50, which is still way the fuck too much. I paid $30. Because I knew that fucking game was going to become expensive. I fucking knew it would. It's for a console that's dying. It's a licensed game of a beloved license that already is kind of collector shit. Family Guy. Family Guy has a lot of collectibles and shit. It's considered vintage. It's like Garfield. Like Garfield games and movie, and sometimes just the DVDs are expensive as shit. My Little Pony too. But like Family Guy, holy fuck. Yeah. Like one of the DVDs is like $40 fucking bucks. But like the games are like fucking expensive. But yeah, I knew that game was gonna go up in price because it's not a bad game, but like it's definitely not fucking $50 where it's not even $30 worth. I only bought it for 30 because I knew it was gonna go up, and I told my friends and my cousin, hey, buy this fucking game. It's going to go up in price. They didn't listen to me, and now they get to fucking pay the price. So if they're ever curious about that game, well, too bad. Unless you pirate it on PC, because there is a PC version.
A lot of follow the leader. Oh, you moved up your game price to $100? I'm going to do that too. And suddenly, out of nowhere, we have this brand new price point that exists for these games. That has encouraged, I think, a lot of people to go out there and try to scam people out of their shoes on both ends of the spectrum. But I just encourage people to always make the smart deal. You don't always have to hunt down for the perfect deal and do what a lot of YouTubers do, which is like, oh my God, like, I'm guilty as charged. My brother-in-law hooked me up, got that huge stack of games I just showed you for $50. That's a really rare thing, and you shouldn't try to make it the norm. Like in all my years,
I went to a swap meet and they had a bunch of games in a box, but there was a guy looking through it. Like, there was a guy looking through it, and I was like, oh, whatever he doesn't buy, I'll just fucking buy it. Because like there's like a handful of games that I might want in there. It's a lot of PlayStation games, but like I don't know, maybe I want the fucking NBA PlayStation 1 game. And that fucker bought the entire box for $50. I was like, well, fuck. Too bad I missed out on Final Fantasy VII on fucking Xbox One. I don't remember what VII is. It's like fucking 7 or some shit. But like, guess I missed out on that. Should have been there sooner. But like, that fucker got a good ass deal for the thing. But like, my uncle's done the same thing several different times actually. Like, he bought a big box of 360 games, and he let me keep Man vs. Wild so I could 100% it real fast and give it back to him. And that's what I did. And another lot that he bought, there was a total of one game. They were all practically just basketball games. Or, no, it wasn't even basketball. It was like fucking soccer or some shit. I don't remember. But like, one of the games was like a chess game. I'm like, I'll take the $5 chess PSP game. Open it up, it's fucking basketball. I'm like, well, shit. I don't fucking want this anymore. That's like the only game I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I need more PSP games anyway. The fucking chess PSP game. Nope, fucking basketball. Basketball jump scare.
Collecting and buying games.
Made me
the
so
first
sad.
time someone's
I
ever
like
shown-
basketball games, but like, I only want Xbox basketball games. I don't want them for any other console because they're not worth shit on any other console. On Xbox, fucking you get achievements for playing them. Like, that's the only reason, that's like the only console I'd legitimately buy sports games for is the Xbox 360 and One, because you get achievements. Every other console, there's no fucking reason to buy them.
Graciously hooked me up. So don't go around expecting that to be the case. Moving on from that, you're shopping now. Okay, you got money in hand. What do? I always recommend start local. Just Google video game shops near me. And just
that's how I got a lot of good ass fucking deals for games.
I think number one, it's really fun
GameStop can actually give you some pretty like good ass fucking deals if you're lucky. Specifically look out for Wii games at GameStop. I think they probably upped their price, but back then, like, they were selling fucking Pikmin 2 for like $20, Calling for $30. Holy shit. Like, Calling is like one of the best fucking horror games for the Wii. Calling and Ju-On the Grudge. Ju-On the Grudge is fucking dog shit, but like, I mean, both Ju-On the Grudge and Calling are like fucking $100 now. But like, GameStop, I'm pretty sure sells them at $30. So if you get lucky, you can really fucking get lucky with those games. I would gladly pay $30 for fucking Calling. Calling is such a good fucking game. That's like the only Wii game that I'd legitimately probably fucking play besides Mario Galaxy and the other Mario games, and Pikmin 2, I guess. is fucking calling, because it's so fucking good. Like, I think I pirated it and put it on a USB drive just so I could play it on fucking Wii, because that game is not meant for an emulator. Like, you can play it on emulator, that's how fucking PewDiePie played it, but, like, I personally wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend playing it on original hardware, because you're supposed to put, like, the Wiimote to your ear.
Jobs to support those businesses. There's not a ton of them. It's amazing that they still exist in today's gaming climate. So I always recommend supporting local.
Do you know why they fucking exist? It's because sweaty nerds like to go to them. You want to know a fun challenge? It's called go to Entertain Mart in Springfield, Missouri, and take a good whiff of the video game section. Just take a good whiff. Just... and you will smell the foulest shit, apparently. I don't smell it because I'm a typical gamer. I'm a typical gamer. I buy games, but I don't play them. I watch the nerd play games, but I don't play video games myself. Yeah, just take a good old fucking sniff at fucking Vintage Stock or Entertain Mart. Like, I remember my mom took me to Entertain Mart. She said that she'll probably never fucking go there again because it smelled so bad. I don't know what she was talking about. I think I got a Wii balance board for $20 there.
Before you go on eBay, before you go on Mercari, all those other great options there, definitely go and check out your local shops. Not only because it's great to support the local business, I also think it's really important because you'll get better deals there sometimes. Oftentimes these shops use cash. Oftentimes these shops will cut special deals for you to help you out or just get your deal across the finish line. Like, this has happened to me numerous times, by the way, I should clarify, with people who don't know who I am. You know, I have a shop.
I traded in a bunch of fucking games at... I've told this story before. I've traded in a bunch of games at Game World in Nixa. And they gave me fucking $30 credit. Like, holy shit. And it was pretty much just like Breath of the Wild, fucking BioShock, and Kirby Triple Deluxe. $30. Holy fuck. Like, that was awesome. And I got Gex for 3DO for $40 fucking dollars. $100 fucking long box copy. The long box copies of Gex are fucking expensive. I got it for $40. Holy shit. I don't have a fucking 3DO, but if I definitely get one, I have a game for it. I'll never get a fucking 3DO though.
Does like 10% off if you're a member there. It's really great, and they're always rotating out their stock. So
yeah,
just getting 10% off of what is typically below market value offering is why I shop locally first. It's a little bit of a drive.
I was ready to go into this video hating, but I agreed with everything this fucker said so far.
Flea markets, highly recommend those as well. I've done a lot of game hunting there. That's where you can get into your wheel and deal bag because everyone there.
Do flea markets. Thrift stores, not so much. Like, you can get lucky with fucking Goodwill sometimes. I've gotten lucky with Goodwill. Like, I got the fucking Godfather trilogy on VHS for $3 and fucking Sonic R on PC for $9. Yeah, crazy fucking pricing. But, like, I've also gotten Atari Anthology on PlayStation 1 for fucking, like, $7. My friend Ashton got the Walking Dead collection for, like, $20. Like... Goodwill, you can get lucky there sometimes, but I think they started, like, because people would steal the fucking games, I think they started, like, locking the games behind cases, or they just stopped fucking carrying them and selling them on the online store. So Goodwill might not be the best place for games, but they're still, like, a really good place for, like, DVDs and shit. I've found a fucking rare DVD at Goodwill, fucking What's Up, the bootleg Up movie, which is awesome. Like, that's hard to come by. But, like, yeah, you can get pretty lucky with Goodwill. But, like, other thrift stores, like, not so much. Because they'll have special pricing. Sometimes they'll just keep it the same price as, like, the fucking DVDs. Like, there's a thrift store near me. That was during my long-ass walk. I made a What I Picked Up video. That's where I got fucking Insaniquarium and Bejeweled. But, like, it was the same price as the fucking DVDs. It was, like, $1, you know? Like, you can get real lucky. I was going to get other shit, but I just said fucking no. And I regret it. I should have picked up the fucking Harry Potter game. It would have been the same price as the VHS tape, but I just said fucking no. But, yeah. Yeah, like thrift stores are pretty decent when they don't really give a shit that it's a video game. They just treat it like a DVD or CD. But like when they do, it'll be like fucking $5 anyway. But like flea markets are where it's at. Like you want to go to a flea market and go to a booth where the person doesn't give a shit that it's a video game. Like that's where you find the fucking crazy shit, you know? Like of course there's going to be the guy who actively collects video games. Like I got fucking Namco Museum for Xbox for like $15, which is holy shit, you know? That's a lot of money. No, it was Namco Museum for PlayStation 1 for like $15. Wasn't too bad. But like at that same place, I've fucking got Namco Museum on PlayStation 2 for fucking $5. It's the same fucking case. So like it's random fucking pricing pretty much. I think I also got Madden 08 on DS for like $3. Like holy shit. I don't know if I made it what I picked up for Madden 08 on DS. But yeah.
Trying to do the same thing. I think it's a little more permittable there. What I recommend doing is just picking up a bundle of games and offering like a single value for them all.
That's
fair,
what you do
by
at
the
swap
way.
meets. That's what you do at swap meets. Is you do the just buy the entire box. Don't even fucking check if the games are in there. Just like check like 2 of the cases. Is there games in there? Good enough. Pay for like $50 for the entire box.
A lot of people try to get really bold. I remember being at a Long Island Gaming Expo and listening to someone offer a ridiculous price for a complete box Pokemon Blue. So yeah, don't try to be disrespectful to the seller's knowledge. Just try to give something fair where you both win, because especially with cash deals.
Yeah, with Pokemon, I'm gonna ask for $10
no taxes to
for
it at all.
Pokemon.
So they're happy to take your cash at a little bit of a discount. You just have to be a little bit respectful.
$10.
I also recommend shopping in pieces. So an example would be here, as someone who does a GameStop collecting series as a joke, I got really good cover art for Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. I also have the disc right here, and this disc also has the DVD, the bonus disc that this comes with. So it's like, okay, I'm kind of hooked up. Now, I'm not in a good spot because I'm out of this, but what I would recommend you doing is buying for a few systems that you're planning to collect for a sports game lot. Yes, really. Buy a clean sports game lot, because what you'll do...
Yeah, and Harvest the Case, everybody fucking does that. Everybody does that. It's not really new to collecting. I mean, if like, you're watching this video, you probably don't know much about collecting. But, like, yeah, those sports games, those are fucking... Oh, my God, dude. The problem is, though, they come with those fucking stickers that are, like, impossible to remove. Scott the Waz talked about that. So, like, you want to go for, like, a different cheap game if you can. But, like, sports games are usually the cheapest you're going to fucking get. Like, if you can hunt down, like, other cheaper games. Like, 360? I don't really know any cheap games for 360. Oh, yeah, I do. Fucking the Burger King games, since those are 360 cases. Yeah, the Burger King games. Since they use 360 cases. And you could actually buy, like, fucking 50 of them for, like, $30. Yeah. Because no one fucking wants those games. Those games were, like, $5 anyway. But yeah, like, the Burger King games are really good if you need 360 cases.
You're just forgetting games. And when you need to do a case swap, where you get something where it's a little bit cheap, but you have the pieces you need, you can put this stuff together. Once I put this together here, I'll have Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit with the bonus disc, with the disc of the game itself, and some great cover art. I will just need my hands on a manual, which can just aid in saving you money long term. Also, I think some games go up in value when they're cleaner. You'll see games.
I don't know why this guy keeps talking about fucking buying manuals. You don't need them. I mean, if you want them complete, yeah, sure, buy the manual, but I mean, you don't really fucking need it.
That are just decreased in value. It's typically tough with like cardboard games. You know, I was holding up some of these Mega Man games here, and some of these are kind of beaten up. You know, a little bit of
like
tear,
some of those, like, yeah, sure, get the
end.
manual.
But when it comes
Might
to
as well. You have the
games
fucking
like Dragon Ball
box.
Z Burst Limit,
But like, if
all
it's
of
like a
those
DVD
360
case
cases
game,
are
you don't
the
really
same.
need the
So you just
manual.
need any sports game.
CD case games, obviously, you need the manual because fucking CD case, the manual is the front cover. But like DVD case games, you don't need the manual.
Take that case, throw out the rest, and then You can throw in burst limit there, and you just have to hunt down the manual. So just keep those offhand to swap, keep your collection clean, that sort of thing. I also recommend for expensive pieces,
Oh yeah.
acrylic cases. So what you see here
Yeah,
is
that's
Pokemon
fair.
Hard Gold. This does come with the Pokemon.
Yeah,
Battle
that's
Network.
fair.
I'm gonna keep your games.
Get on with that. I'm
empty.
getting bored of watching
These
this.
I did move with as well. These plastic cases, and they were great.
Yeah,
too.
I need to
None
get some
my
of
games
those
were
for my brand new
good.
sealed
Look
Mario
at-
game.
And continue to go up. Here's another popular limited run item in the Grimoire editions.
You talking about
for
fucking
Persona
limited
3
run?
and Persona 4. This is one that I think was like $70, and now these combine for about $300. Yes. So, Mike, you're not allowed there. Save money in the long run, and you see these sorts of things here. I do a lot of my limited run copy shopping at PAX East. I go to PAX East every year.
Ew, limited run supporter? Gross. Don't support limited run games. Literally go to any other fucking company. Do not support limited run games. I only did it because I want the Gex bullshit, but no joke, do not support fucking limited run. They have horrible business practices.
Respect that. I think they're quite like, oh, they did a collector's edition for Shredder's Revenge, like hopping there, just and it looks and run less service. They have platinum trophies. If you care about that stuff, they're always updating it. Like they just put in the entire Sly trilogy
All right,
recently there.
get
There's
Game
some Jack
Pass
and
pretty
Daxter
much.
things I care about having them officially. My thoughts overall on collecting in 2023. Happy hunting. Let me know some.
That video's okay. This is getting a 0 out of 10 from me, dog, because he said that he buys from limited run, which means his opinion's automatically invalid.